What's up, YouTube? This video will be covering the top 5 defending operators in Rainbow Six Siege, and I did the top 5 attackers about a week and a half ago. I'll link that part in the description. So this is kind of like a part 2 to that series, because, if I do top 5 attackers, I got top 5 defenders. So you can watch that video as well and glean some more info on the better operators within the game. And as I stated in the other video, I'll be basing this off of utility, what they bring to the table, the guns, and my personal opinion with what works well with other operators. Anyways, let's get right into the top 5 list and see who we'll be talking about today. Starting out at the number 5 spot, I am introducing Jaeger. Now, I would have put Jaeger higher on this list, but it's for the simple reason that his gadget has changed in coming with Neon Dawn, and we haven't fully mastered how this gadget functions just yet. We're still learning. But if you guys are unaware of how his gadget works now, essentially they never go away unless shot and have unlimited charges. But it's one charge every 10 seconds per ADS. So let's say they throw a flashbang, boom, it goes off, 10 seconds till the next one recharges. But if you put multiple, you could stop it. So Lemai is more useful now, and we'll get into him later in the list. So essentially, you're going to need a Lemai and a Jaeger, or place your Jaeger smart if you're going to hold a place of the shield, because it can easily flash once and nade you out of the spot, or triple flash then nade with ease. It's going to play a lot different later in the season and future seasons, and I'm curious to see how the meta changes throughout these periods of time. Furthermore, I kept him on the list because of everything else about him besides his gadget. He's still one of the 2 operators that have an AR with his carbine, and the other is Lemai, and I believe with DMR with Aruni. So yeah. And what I love most about Jaeger is his flexibility, whether it be you sitting on site with him or flanking the enemy team, making the play of the game. He's super versatile, and that's why he's on the list. He also works great with all the ops, considering he stops them from dying to utility. Anyways, let's get into the next number on the list. And now coming in at the number 4 spot, I have Smoke as the next operator, and personally, I think he's just that operator we all know is good and just don't talk about. The only problem I have with Smoke is the fact that his shotgun is pretty inconsistent, and sometimes you could be point blank and then the bullet goes right through their chest and it doesn't kill them. In addition to that, they just nerfed the shotgun, I believe. Not definite, so the spread is much larger. But by the same token, they kind of buffed the SMG-11 recoil, making it go just straight up, which is what I've noticed, and it's much better. And you can look here at how easy it is to control in this video. Anyways, back to the operator. Smoke has the option to have a deployment shield as well as barbed wire, which can be useful depending on operator selection and which side you choose to defend on. Now, continuing with the deployment shield, Lemai just lost his, so you could play like Pixel or which I'll get into more in the next number. When you put the shield down for Lemai, he could put his Lemai's down or the ADS's, etc. Continuing, his SMG-11 secondary is very broken, and I love the shotgun pocket rocket combo. It's so unique and dope for Siege to have operators like Smoke, and yeah. When playing an operator like Smoke, you typically want to try to stay alive towards the end of the round, since the smoke canisters, the utility he has, can stop entry into site and can deny plant in the last minute pushes or those coordinated smoke plants by the breach. Overall, Smoke will never be bad. Continuing with the number 3 spot, we have Lemai, and I've talked about him a lot already, and personally, I don't think he gets as much respect as he deserves, as his weapons go crazy, utility is great, and overall is never really a bad operator to play. He has the AUG, which is an acquired taste to use. He has the MP5K, which I prefer for the 1.5 times and faster fire rate. It's just super solid overall, and you really can't go wrong with it. Unfortunately, he lost his deployment shield as I mentioned earlier, but he's still really good. With Lemai, it gives you the opportunity to play angles like Pixel on Cafe, or if you're up for it, Elbow on Oregon behind a shield. But pretty much Smoke will always play that. You just put Lemai's down around him. And it helps stop nading or stunning and to waste time, and then just kind of like dip like nothing happened when they start to overrun you. You want to play these positions to waste time, waste their utility on you, and essentially maybe get a frag or 2 before rotating away, and then stopping their push a little bit. As I mentioned earlier, the Cafe Pixel. You could do even the Cafe Bakery, which I'll show, and you could do the elbow on Oregon. My bad. Now, moving to the number 2 spot, we have Mute. Now, I am not sure if any of you guys expected me to put Mute here, but I don't really care because Mute is very good. He, along with Smoke, has the same shotgun, but his utility is different in many ways. Mute can be used any round and fits with any operator for the load that Ubisoft gifted him. He also, like Smoke, has the Pocket Rocket SMG-11 and has a nitro cell in the backpack. Now, what makes him so great besides that? Well, he's a great anchor operator with weapons to make rotates and can deny entry and plants, but his gadget is more valuable when you're trying to lock drones out of sight for information and even for the wall. If your team is on defense and Thatcher is banned, always bring a Bandit, Cade, or Mute, or 2 of the 3 to even stop it even more. It will make them have to play off of different angles and operators to get them off the wall, such as going below, playing Maverick, playing Callie, but if you bring a Cade against Callie, you're pretty much going to be in good shape. And as for Maverick, you can usually nitro cell him off as Maverick, or you'll hear it and know ahead of time where they plan to make an entry. Ending at the number 1 spot, I have Valkyrie. Now, like I said, this isn't in order as Valkyrie being the best operator in defense existence, but I need to number them somehow, so it's just overall the best operators. Let's start with her weapons. She has the MPX primary, which yes, is a pea shooter, but overall, if your aim is good, then you'll be fine. This thing is a headshot machine. Continuing, we can't forget her Deagle secondary, which is probably the best pistol in the game, and I believe now in Neon Dawn it can make rotates if shot correctly, or just make really big holes in the wall. Her cams have always been viable, of course, and it helps with watch angles, hallways, rooms, sight, etc. in late round situations to gather great info. Personally, I always like throwing one cam in sight, that way if they penetrate our defenses, someone can retake sight or go below and play nitro on planner or an operator holding his angle. I'll showcase a few great cam spots here, that way you can get started on being the best Valkyrie player the world has ever seen.
I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice that sang some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that is new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to.
And some honorable mentions I'd like to include, because what's a top 5 without an honorable mentions list? Also because there's 30 operators and I can't pick just 5 for there to be the best out of 30. So I have Melusi and I have Maestro. So starting off, Melusi obviously is really good. She has her dubstep machines that slow entry, that makes noise, makes the enemies push slower, etc. And she has a nitro cell, is a 3-speed, and is just really good. Her MP5 angle grip, hello, oh my god, it's so good. Imagine that thing with 1.5 times. Anyways, moving on to Maestro. Maestro, 81 bullet, Alda, oh my god, overpowered. Remember when I had ACOG? Love that very much. The 2 Maestro cams can deny entry, can take things off breaches, can stop plant, can see through smokes, and he's a really good anchor operator, and I cannot forget him. And obviously other operators are really good, as I've made tier list videos in which that can showcase other operators that are almost to these tier of operators, but these operators are pretty good. S tier, some other S tiers, but I don't want to make a honor mentions list, and a top 5, but have 10 operators listed. It's 1/3 of the total operators. So that's that. And those were the top 5 defending operators in Rainbow Six Siege, in my opinion, based on their utility, usefulness, composition with other operators, weapons, and just how I like them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Which would you remove? Which would you add? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys with the new video. Tsudu out.